Do y'all have any backstory on this Cody Luther King thing I wrote about in the chat earlier?
Nah, not at all, bro. I haven't.
Yeah.
So
Like
y'all
I was
haven't
trying to
heard
Google.
about Cody Luther King?
Nah.
Nah, not
All
really.
right.
Put
So
me on
y'all
game.
know Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wrestler. So like, as I understand it, how I've kind of loosely followed it throughout the years, Cody Rhodes is like a very forward guy. He's like a big, like, in wrestling you got the baby faces, you got the heels. Like Cody's like a baby face in real life, you know what I'm saying? He's always wearing the suits. He's like John Cena in a suit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he's real conscious of like a lot of different things. He has a black wife, you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
have a kid, so he has a black kid. So his dad is known for like being like real tapped in with like all different like, just immigrants and black people, marginalized people, because he came from that kind of circuit in wrestling back in the day.
Mhm.
Dusty Rhodes was the American dream, the son of a plumber was this thing, like he used to go around the South and be basically telling people like, yo, I'm the son of a plumber. Like I come from humble beginnings. I've been through hard times. Like that's one of the big like quotes that he did, one of his big promos, like him talking about hard times.
Mhm.
He was talking about Ric Flair, and he was like a perfect nemesis for Ric Flair because Ric Flair was super flashy. He was flashing money on people. He ain't had time for broke or poor people. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
you got Dusty Rhodes. He's like the man of the people. So
Gotcha.
Cody already comes from that. Cody himself is real aware and real active. He's always fighting for like, with AEW, when they started AEW, they were real conscious to do like sensory rooms and the kits for like autistic kids, with like the headphones and different things to kind of stimulate them throughout the show and everything. So, he's just from every level, he's just tapped in and real aware and real like just a good guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a lot of people on Twitter, like, and especially like black wrestling Twitter, they started like gravitating to this Cody Luther King thing where they started like photoshopping him into like, you know, you got like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X meeting and Cody Rhodes is there.
That's
You know what
wild.
I'm saying? Like Rosa Parks, he's like sitting next to her on
That's
the bus.
fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like putting him like
In
there's a
random
picture.
pictures, bro.
Yeah, just like random like pictures of like important moments in Black history, and it's like Cody Rhodes was there. You know what I'm saying? And
That's wild.
today they dropped the interview of him on a podcast called Cheap Heat. That is
Mhm.
Peter Rosenberg,
Yeah,
the
Peter
DJ from
Rosenberg.
Hot 97. He has a podcast, and he actually like asked him like, "Yo, are you aware that this is going on and like this whole situation?" And Cody was he was a good sport about it. He's like, yeah, I haven't really touched it publicly because I don't want to like react in any kind of way and people, try to say something. You know what I mean? Like he don't want to touch it because there's like pictures of him, in famous black scenes with like these black figures and they're calling him like Cody Luther King. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, basically like he's flattered that they've like embraced him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he acknowledged like, I have a black wife, a black daughter, so I'm like really in that community just from them, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that they accepted me is super dope, you know what I'm saying? But it's just hilarious, like that they actually like it actually made it to him and him actually like reacting to it. It gotta be crazy just scrolling through your timeline and you see a picture of you with like Rosa Parks or something.
Bro, they got a picture with him next to Nelson Mandela, bro.
Yo, when the internet picks something up, bro, they roll with that shit.
Yo, this is hilarious.
Yo, it's so random too, dog. Like I wasn't aware so much of like the fact that there was memes and stuff, but I knew like it was always a thing that they talked about like on Twitter and just like on the different wrestling stuff. Like they always mention like how much of a good guy Cody is and like you know what I'm saying? Like to the point where they just kind of like parody him of it. But I
Yeah.
didn't know that they took it to this level, dog. I started looking
Bro,
at those memes, I was going crazy, bro.
I'm on a Reddit thread right now that just got me rolling. Dog said Cody, in fact, drove the bus backwards just so Rosa Parks would technically be in the front. Unlike Seth, he truly is a revolutionary.
Damn.
Bro, yo, people are
Oh my god.
people are hilarious, dog. People are hilarious.
It's the internet, bro.
Dog. So funny, man.
Dog, I don't even know. I don't even know how you get to that, like, to that conclusion and just go so hard with it, bro. It's just so funny though, man.
It's the
Dog,
internet, bro.
the internet is, yo, undefeated,
Undefeated.
never gonna lose. Everybody tries to go against it and they just don't understand, bro. Like,
If the internet says it, and it's true.
Hmm.
bro, speaking of the internet and speaking of being the Dusty Rhodes and the Ric Flair, bro. Kendrick and Drake. Woo, man,
Man, man,
today
man.
is the day after Kendrick dropped Euphoria, and
Hmm.
the the discussion around it has been super interesting, very split to my surprise, but not to my surprise, if that makes sense.
Agreed on that.
You know what I
Agreed.
mean?
Yep.
I don't know if Joe's checked it out yet. He's in he's Cody Luther Kinging against rap beefs.
Yeah, all music beefs in general.
All beef. But so me and Quincy heard it, bro. I thought it was crazy because there's 3 beats, so it switches, a couple times. I was super into it and like, wow, he's killing him. And then the 3rd beat came in, and he still had another 2 minutes for him. I was like, nah, bro, nah.
Yeah, nah.
Like this was like the diss that I was waiting for, bro. I couldn't believe, like, I honestly thought like this thing was done. You know, time had passed. I thought maybe he would like drop something and give him like 8 bars, or I don't know, bro. I just I fell into the microwave mentality of like that Kendrick got to respond right away, and I just kind of got bored with it and was like, whatever. But
Yeah.
the way this song came out, bro, wow, man. Hats off to Kendrick, dog, because that was. I seen the memes going around too that this is why J. Cole backed out of the battle,
Yeah.
bro. He
Yeah.
thought about it and he was like, "You know what? I don't wanna be on the other end of that."
Yeah, I saw one. Somebody it said J. Cole was like, "Did he mention me?" And Buddy was like, "Actually, nah." And J. Cole was like, "Yes, yes, yes."
But it's kinda crazy though because he threw like, I would say, like, maybe 4 to 6 bars in there where he kinda reiterated that it was like a friendly thing. He kind
Yeah,
of he mentioned he mentioned that it is a 3 GOAT thing and that he considers them the other 2 GOATs, like, so it was
yeah,
kinda, like, dope in that sense from the point of view where they're like, he's acknowledging and leaving it as rap, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's killing them, but he's also letting them know, like,
This is
this
just
this
rap.
yeah, this is what we doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And then on top of that, he also acknowledged that, like, yeah, bro, I just don't like you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I don't have to, we
That
don't.
part to me is kind of like, 'cause it goes back to the bars that I said where he kinda, like, showed him love, like, and let him know that it was lighthearted, but then
Mhm,
at the same time, you talking about you hate this dude, like, and just,
mhm.
like, scorching him to the point where I'm like, you gotta there ain't no way you're cool after this.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what
no,
I'm saying?
no.
Like,
It's dead.
there's just no way, like, so it was super, like, interesting to me from that aspect too, where it's like he's acknowledging that, like, "Oh, this is just rap, you guys are great, whatever, whatever," but then on top of that, you gonna kill him like that, man. This I
And he
don't know
also
what.
acknowledged that it was like, it's I think one of the lines he said was like, it's still love when you see success or something like that. Like so he's saying, like, bro, I acknowledge your success. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that I gotta rock with you. I don't like the way you are as a person. And that's basically he picked you apart as a person. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like he literally from every angle that you can
nah,
basically
he really did though.
he
He
picked
really
you
did.
apart as a person and then let you know that I don't like you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is just rap. I acknowledge your success, but I don't like you.
It's crazy, man. That kinda led to like, cause me and my brother was talking about it, and me and him got, like, into a discussion really, like, what Kendrick was really talking about was, like, the the meme version of Drake,
Mm,
that people that don't like Drake, that's what they point to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mm,
he really just took, like, every piece of what somebody that's not a Drake fan, which is
mm,
me, like,
mm,
he took all them pieces and put it in the song. So,
mm,
like,
Yeah.
for me, it was kinda dope hearing, just somebody on that level say a few things that I felt as well. You know what I mean? Because the line, and this is something that we've talked about probably on the podcast as well, but just the fact that of that line in the song where Kendrick's like, "I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acting tough." Like that literally is me to a T as far as being a Drake fan. I'm
Yeah.
a huge fan of Drake when he's just making good music and it's a vibe or whatever. But I always say, dog, and it's funny because Rick Ross kind of acknowledged it a little bit when he did his diss and kind of like went on his rant on Drake when the whole beef thing went down. But he went and did Stay Scheming with Ross. And he changed after that, bro. You can see a stark change in Drake, his sound, the direction of his lyrics, his vibe. After he did Stay Scheming, and I'm not saying it's specifically that song, but whatever possibly led him to do that song, whatever vibe he was on at that time, something changed in his presentation. And from then on, it's pretty much when like I never really liked Drake like that, like musically. Before that, I liked a lot of his stuff. But after that point, it kind of felt like it went in a different direction. And that line exactly was how I feel. Like I like Drake with the melodies. I like when he's doing these like relationship type joints. I like when he's rapping about some like heartfelt stuff. I like when he sings. A lot of people don't like when Drake sings. I like when Drake sings, bro. His R&B songs are classic, bro. His joints where it's just straight R&B, he be going crazy, bro. Like he has a good ear, bro, and he has a good voice. He's a great artist, and he knows how to put these joints together. And I feel like that's something that Kendrick kind of attacked too. It's like, bro, you're dope. You're just choosing to take this route, and I don't respect it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Did you get a chance to listen to that, Joe? Or you just opted not to?
I haven't listened to any of them.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I said it. We said it the last episode when we discussed the beefs. I said I'm turned off by them. I don't care to listen to them. They're not contributing to a project. They're contributing to some 35-year-old rapper beefing. Talking about I didn't listen to Drake's. I didn't listen to Ross's. I am not listening out. I didn't listen to Chris Brown. I didn't listen to Quavo's. Yeah.
But I will say that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I will say this. I made a point. I don't know if it was a couple episodes ago or just in the chat. I think it might have been in our chat, but I basically was saying that, like, you know, the thing about Drake though, when he makes diss records, he makes records that whether you're into the beefs or not, if you listen to them, you can enjoy them from a standpoint of, like I said, the back-to-back joint, the push-ups joint. Like they're like records that if we went out, they're vibes. You know what I'm saying? He's saying like he's taking little shots in them, but they're a vibe, you know? And I feel like a lot of the hip hop, the core of hip hop, when you listen to lyrics and you listen to entendres and similes and the way people twist words and all of that stuff, that's where the hip hop fans are like, yo, Kendrick went crazy. But then when you look at the surface level fans of hip hop, where they're probably just, you know, pop, I want to call it, fans, they're looking at it from a standpoint, but no, like the Drake one sounds better. You know what I mean? It's like that was the point that I was making when I mentioned that, where it's like Drake has that part figured out, where it's like I can diss you, but also make the girl in the club that has no idea what I'm talking about, you know, shake ass to it. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's the part that I always give Drake credit for, because that is not easy. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, he definitely tries to tie it into the type of audience he has. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people that are tapped into Drake, they don't care about, you know, hip. If you listen to Drake, you're not trying to hear the best lyricism and hippity hop, hip. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that when they listen to Drake. So him involved in some kind of lyrical battle, it's just like Joe. Like he don't care for it because it's not what he's listening to the music for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
no. I because I won't lie. I did listen to Kendrick on Like That. Then I listened to Cole's response, and then the drama happened. All that Cole rescinding it, and then like just a bunch of fake AIs. Like the way it all went down, I stopped following it, so I'm not following it no more.
Got you.
So it's specifically this beef or like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like if
And then
somebody else
the
randomly
baby coming out saying that someone tried to create a fake beef, a lyricist tried to create a fake beef with him. Um,
I
I
saw
just feel
that.
like beef is starting a trend right now, and that's why everybody's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's like the beef how it used to be. Like we spoke about when it actually was a beef, and these dudes was actually just coming out with shit back to back, talking shit about each other. I don't think it's like that no more. So I'm not.
yeah.
It's nothing I'm following.
It's funny because that's something that I think it was DJ Envy and Charlemagne was talking about that on the Breakfast Club. Like it's such a different time and it's such a different way. Like I think they were saying that Nas dropped Ether like 9 months after Jay-Z dropped his disc. You know what
It
I'm
was like
saying?
4.
Like,
It was like 4, but still, it was a lot of
Yeah.
time.
oh, okay. And then just the vibe and they were kind of saying the same thing Joe's saying, where it's like, you know, they were talking about it, but you could tell it was a kind of thing where like they were talking about it because they're on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They were not
yeah.
talking about it with the same kind of umph as like a Nas and Jay-Z thing or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I definitely would say, I think one of the points that they made in that segment of the show was that people want this immediate response, microwavable digestion. You know what I mean when it comes to just all forms of entertainment. And like when I heard it, I was like, man, that was 2 weeks. That was worth the wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if this shit's been building up as it, because as it's been talking about, they've been hating each other for years. Why did it take that long? You know, you got something built up for somebody, and you already know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Man, what I enjoyed about the record, I feel like it was a super dope disc. It was a super dope joint, period. Like the production, the man, I was really, really feeling that joint. I listened to it all day today, like even just as a song, like that, because it's kind of like what we've talked about before with hip hop. That it's funny because I felt like I was souring on rap for like a good little while, and I was kind of just to that kind of like how Joe is feeling about this beef. I was feeling like that about just rap in general. You know what I
Agreed.
mean?
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, whatever. I could really care either way about it. But the beef actually did the opposite thing for me. Like I'm hearing like
But
what they're saying.
not until you heard Kendrick's response.
No, because what I didn't like about the back and forth was the AI shit. That I
Yeah,
didn't
that was
like.
annoying. That was
That's the
definitely.
part that to me was
But
like
y'all didn't react like this to the one on the Future.
on the future, yeah,
Talking
because it
about.
wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. The future one was just more like a bop, and he just threw a couple of lines in there where like, it's not really anything like too deep. You know what I'm saying? This one was just like surgical, bro. Like it was like direct. Every damn near every bar was related to what I mean. It was like no waste of motion type thing. Like as as far as hip hop goes, bro, it was a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? And that part of it is what excites me because it's like, dang, bro, I can't believe like I'm hearing like a hip hop masterpiece now. Like I didn't think that would happen again. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think 2024 and on I was gonna hear a song that I'm repeating over and over like a rap song, bro. The way I
Yeah,
repeated this Kendrick song, I haven't repeated a rap song like that. I can't even remember. Like I literally can't remember.
yeah, same.
So it's definitely like it's funny because it's doing the opposite effect for me. Like it's definitely had its ups and downs, and there's been moments that were weak. I like the push up joint that Drake dropped. I didn't even listen to the AI one because as soon as I heard like Tupac's voice on it, it just took me out because
Mhm.
it's like that to me, bro. That's no place for that in this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah,
even understand what. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do with it. As far as a concept and telling the story and stuff, but it was like too cute. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Keep it hip hop. That's how I look at it as far as like when it comes to a battle like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's what I feel like Kendrick did, bro. It was dope, man. I'm really excited to see what happens, and I'm really excited to see what kind of music comes out of it because they've all kind of attacked each other as far as like bodies of work go. Even J. Cole, that one that he deleted, he even went at Kendrick saying like your albums is weak. You know what I'm saying? Drake went at
Yeah, four
Kendrick as
albums
far
in
as like
12 years.
yeah, Drake went at Kendrick as far as his like output and just the songs in general. Kendrick went at Drake's music as well. And I'm hoping that this just puts them in that mode whenever like that next body of work is coming out, that they all feel that animosity and they're like, nah, I'm gonna do something on this because nobody's gonna say I don't drop classics, or nobody's gonna say I can't spit, especially with those three. Because you know, like I always say, Drake ain't my cup of tea, but I can't say he ain't dope. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he's a dope rapper, he's a dope singer, he's a dope artist. It's just the stuff he chooses to make is not the type of stuff that I like to listen to, so it don't overlap. But it doesn't mean that I can't acknowledge that he's a dope artist, and who knows if this will lead him to make some of the best music that he makes that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because funny enough, with Jay-Z, I was a big Nas fan, so I didn't listen to Jay-Z mostly just because of that, you know, because I was really young at the time and I was like, nah, it's Nas, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But Jay-Z, as he got later in his career, his later albums was really made me like kind of check him out and then kind of go back. And even like when I went back, I wasn't really digging the earlier stuff as much as I was the later stuff. You know what I mean? And the stuff that I don't like from Jay Z is the stuff that people that are like diehard Jay Z fans are like, you're crazy. These are the joints. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's like my favorite Jay Z album is the Black Album. You know what I mean? And a lot of
Mhm.
people are like, what? Like, are you crazy? Like, but to me, dog, that thing is a masterpiece.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
you know, for Jay Z fans, they some of them will have it like in the top five, but they won't say it's their number one. You
Yeah.
know?
No, I got the Black Album up there, up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite Jay Z album?
Of all time,
Yeah.
Hard Knock Life Volume 2.
Is that the one
That's the
after
one
his
with
first album?
no, that's his third one. That's the
His
one
third
with
album.
Money, Cash Shows. That's the one with Big Pimpin'. That's the one with Jigga What, Jigga
Gotcha,
Who.
gotcha.
Yeah,
So, damn, I'm curious because I was gonna ask Quincy because I'm curious because we're like literally three eras of Jay Z fans,
yeah,
just from where the age group that we fall into. Like we kind of were aware of what Jay Z was saying at different times. So, I was gonna ask you, Quincy. I'm curious to hear what's your favorite Jay Z album.
Um, Probably 444.
See, it's funny, man, because it's kind of like all our favorite Jay Z albums are like when we were all very aware, the
Mhm.
one that we heard at that time.
yeah,
You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So it's funny. That's probably just really what it boils down to, not even like the music itself. Like that's probably what they even be saying about like it don't even really matter about the music as far as it goes with an artist. It's just what you're doing as far as your output and putting together good bodies of work and stuff. Cause it's like we like three whole different things from Jay-Z as far as music goes. And another person will tell us like we're crazy for picking that one. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
will
pick
say the Black Album
444.
probably number two though. I love the Black Album.
Would you say about 444?
I wouldn't put that in my top five.
Which one?
It, your
444, and I
number
love that
one.
album. I love that
Mhm.
album. It's a good album, but it's not in my top five for Jay Z for sure.
Mhm.
See, that's crazy. And then just to have that much music and that deep of a catalog where people could just argue over
Yeah,
what of your music is the best, or if you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
pitting you against yourself type stuff, like
Yeah.
that's like another level, bro.
Yeah. No facts.
But yeah, man, the last thing that I wanted to talk about today was these NBA playoffs, kind of like
Crazy.
hey,
what the
Crazy.
beef has ignited in hip hop, this playoffs, you know, it always brings another element. So, you know, every year turned up for the playoffs, and this first round has not disappointed this year. It's been crazy. I know my dog Joe has been having a heavy heart in this last day because we're
yeah,
fresh off of that game five
bro,
loss,
Oof.
Knicks Sixers.
yeah.
Wow, man.
Also,
What a
my dog LeBron. Feel bad for him too.
oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah. Yeah.
that Denver LA series, man, that it's never gonna be done justice like how crazy that series was because it was first round, it was so quick, 4-1. Does like the series itself and the box score and the situation does not really explain
How
how
good it
crazy
was.
that series
Yeah.
really was and just the build up from last year and just considering, bro, like really, really considering who could beat the Lakers in the playoffs besides the Nuggets.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, honestly, if we're really gonna sit here and put them against any other team that's in these playoffs, any team, which one can you say, "Oh, no, the Lakers can't beat them"?
Yeah.
And I'm not a Lakers fan. You know what I'm saying? I, I'm a LeBron fan. You know, I'm not a LeBron stan, but I'm definitely a LeBron fan. I'm not an AD fan. He's a very good first three quarters player, and then the fourth quarter he just always disappears. I can't stand it. He's like
Mhm.
James Harden in the fourth quarter of playoffs, which he surprised me this year because he's just been going in against these Mavericks. Brother, that Mavericks Clippers series is crazy too because they're playing some elite basketball, particularly on offense. And the
Yeah.
way these guys are matching each other's shots and all of them are stepping up, like
It's an
it's a
offensive
choke,
game now.
bro. And it's crazy because the one of the games the Mavericks won, I think they didn't even score 90, bro. Like there have been some crazy defensive games, but it's just the offense is just on such a level, bro, that it's like you're not stopping these guys from getting these shots off. You're not stopping these guys from scoring. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
It's like
It's
these
a
guys are
different
gonna get
game.
to they're gonna get to their spot and they're gonna make the shot. Like it's you see an NBA player now and you don't expect them to miss two in a row. You know, they miss one and they get the ball back. You expect them to miss that one because everybody's hovering around that 50% clip now.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's
It's
not
not
like that.
like it's not like the Warriors where it was four players that were always hot every single game. Now it's like one of the players, as far as these teams like the Lakers, teams like that. Now it's just like one player shines every single game, sometimes two. But back then you'd have a group of players that shined every single game. Like the Mavs don't play like that anymore. It's either Kyrie or Luca. Once in a while, it's both of them. And when teams are stacked, like you got Booker and KD, but you never have a whole series where every single night they all put up numbers.
See,
Well,
but that's
that's what
what
I.
is happening in that Clippers Mavs series because they're Luka's going crazy, Kyrie's going crazy, Harden's going crazy, and what's his name? Paul George is going crazy. Like they're all stepping up and having amazing games every game. And what you were saying about the Suns, Joe, was completely true as well because they completely folded. They did the opposite of what's going on in that Clippers Mavs series. They
Yeah,
just did not gel. They were not cohesive at all out there. None of them really stepped up to the plate as far as like asserting themselves and really like putting up a fight. Because man, that team to not even win a game against the
hmm
Timberwolves. I mean, I understand the Timberwolves are real hot and they got a great squad. I mean, people are forgetting that they gave 5 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert for a reason. You know, they felt like he was the
Yeah.
missing piece.
yeah,
He's like statistically, I believe, like as far as like plus minus goes, like when he's on the floor, he's the guy that affects
yeah. But
your
they Anthony
team the
Edwards, bro.
most.
Did you watch the game where he got mic'd up?
Yeah, bro,
He's
man.
telling the veterans like Rudy Gobert where to be, where to do. He's like
Mhm.
he's like running the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the keys that they've said about this year and just the last couple years, I mean the last 2 years I would say in particular, but Karl Anthony Towns basically just saying like realizing like this guy is a stud. I'm his sidekick. You know, we
Yeah.
riding with Ant, you know what I'm saying? And once they kind of took that approach and understood like, yo, we got crazy talent in this team, but this guy is the guy. Now they're taking that leap and you know, something they started talking about, I think on First Take, but I was thinking about it just watching that Sun series. Is like, hold on, the road for the Nuggets might not be as clear. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because they talk a lot about how Rudy Gobert plays as far as you know on the floor when Jokic is on the floor. But
hmm
man, the way he's been locked in and the way Towns been playing, I don't know if it's gonna be that same story
Did
again,
y'all
bro.
see that press conference when you could kind of see that Carl Anthony Towns is like really taking the back seat where he was like, you know,
Yeah,
basically like, bruh, we just need you to stop fouling, dog. Like, if you don't foul, we're good. Just play. And he was like, but I'm playing defense. He was like, and Anthony Edwards was like, just don't foul. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like telling him, like, bruh, do what you gotta do, but don't foul because we need you on the floor. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like that's dope to see. You know what I mean? That's real dope to see.
Yeah, I like that. There's a lot of good teams right now in the NBA to watch. Like, there's a good energy. It's been up and down like these last 10 years, I would say that the league has been good. Then certain injuries and player movement kind of like throws the league in a funk. Like it's always like couple years here, a couple years there, but I feel like they're in a nice little groove, and it's gonna hit like a good stride, especially with like all the young players and the way like teams are forming. I think he's gonna look good, man.
Yeah, I'm
Now, it's
hyped.
good to see. I'm hoping the Knicks don't have a meltdown that game last night. Like someone in the chat said,
Yo,
it's a
something.
Reggie Miller choke resemblance. I'm not even gonna look at the camera while saying this. It reminded me way too much of that, and yeah, I do not want that to happen again.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's just rough.
Yo, so I haven't looked this up because I was waiting to ask you, Joe, if you know even. Is Julius Randle expected back anytime soon at all? Like, do they expect
Nah,
him this playoffs
not
at
this
all?
round. Oh
Not
yeah,
this,
yeah, but not this round. Yeah,
but this playoffs, there's hope of him
he
coming
has
back.
a chance. Yeah, I think if they make it to the conference finals, they'll definitely bring him back.
Yeah, man. Because if he comes back, depending on how the West shapes up, I honestly could see them doing something. Like I could see them sneaking one out, bro. Like, because you never know what happens with these playoffs and the way they look. I know. I know the last couple games haven't showed it with the loss and just uh, the way it's weird, man, because Embiid is hurt, but he's just so good that he's figuring out a way to still be effective, even though he hasn't been as effective as always. And the way him and Maxi are playing, they're just playing like out of their mind, especially considering the situation and even the fact that the Knicks are up 3-2. Like I feel like that's a good spot to be in. You're playing Philadelphia, that they're like perennially in the freaking conference game or the semi-conference game. They're desperate to win. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna roll over, bro. So, I'm not too worried about the series here. I feel like if they can get past Philly here, they can get past the Bucks or the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think that's something too crazy for them to
yeah,
overcome.
for sure.
So I could definitely see the Knicks doing something, but they definitely need Randall back. Same as Boston. Like if Porzingis goes down, they might could make it, but they're not gonna win without Porzingis. Porzingis
Yeah,
need to come
he
back,
spreads that floor
and
too
Randall needs to
much.
come back.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
My injury watch right now is Jamal Murray. He's been hobbling a
I
lot
think they're capping with that. I think that's what they did last night. They're capping with that.
with the injury.
Yeah, man. I think that's just to mess with the teams.
I don't know. I think it's real, and I think that's why they've been playing desperate because they've been wanting the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they don't want to limp into the next couple rounds or limp into the finals or something. But I don't know. He looks a little. He's been he's been playing good, but he's been real stagnant. Like you see, you don't. He's not moving a lot. He's playing kind of like Embiid, where he's not really like moving around too much, and he's picking his spots, and that's never good, especially like going deeper into the playoffs.
it is really one of some of the best playoff games that has been on in a while. Definitely excited about it.
Yeah,
it's
man.
good.
Actually
It's good
watching them.
basketball.
Bro, HBO Max has been super clutch, dog. If you got
Facts.
HBO Max, they play all the TNT
Yeah,
games on
last
there.
night I saw that they had it. I was surprised.
Yeah,
Mhm.
bro. That's how I've been watching. I've just been watching all the TNT games, and then I'll just catch the full game highlights on the NBA TV on YouTube for the games that are like on ESPN or on NBA TV that I don't see. And bro, it's just been I've been tapped into every single game, bro, like of every series. Like I was even watching that Bucks Pacers game, which wasn't even supposed to be that good of a game, but Patrick Beverly stepped up, Chris Middleton stepped up, Bobby Porter stepped up, and they ended up winning that game, dog. Like, how did what I'm saying? They got
Yeah.
Dame out, they got Giannis out, and they still managed to beat the Pacers again. Like, bro, this like I said, dog, this has been a great playoffs, man. I'm excited to see how it shapes up.
Yeah, facts.
And the draft just passed, so we about to be back in that football mode too, dog.
That's
Love
what I'm
it.
excited for.
This is
Love
the
it.
exciting time, bro. When
Shout out to my dog Kool-Aid. You fear me.
what team is he on?
He on the Saints, your boy.
Oh, he on the Saints, bro.
I
That's
need a jersey,
crazy.
A. Sappington.
That's so
I
crazy.
need me a
that it
Kool-Aid
shaped up like
jersey.
that. You've been scouting that dude since high school, damn near.
That's crazy. That's really his name. That's not his nickname.
No, that's his name, dog. Remember, I dropped that in the chat a while back, dog.
Yeah,
and
facts.
when they picked him, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I
Man.
need me a Kool-Aid jersey.
That's so crazy how these college kids be having some crazy names, bro. It's like you don't encounter them in the wild, bro. It's just in college. Like anybody that goes to college, it's like you got to have a crazy name to play college football, bro. They always got these random names, like.
Yeah, I haven't met anyone with crazy names like that in real life.
Right? You just always hear about them like from some college campus or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're gonna try this little shorter episode thing, see how it goes, because the clips have been doing real well, since we've been like breaking them down.
Those Kendrick clips are gonna go hard right now. Pause.
Oh yeah, man, yeah.
So I didn't want to ruin any of them with me not caring. I'm gonna listen. I'm going to the beach Sunday, and I'm gonna let them all ride.
I mean, might as well.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the Kendrick for sure, because I know I kind of know your taste, but then I kind of also know how you feel about Kendrick, especially when he goes a little wacky with stuff. So I'm definitely curious to hear how you feel about this one.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping it's not.
I think you're gonna rock with it. But yeah,
I'll be honest too. I ain't gonna cap.
But I got a session tonight. Dropping a couple songs very soon. I'm excited to get back in the groove. Hey, yo, get back in the groove. Chill out. I'm happy to get back in the groove and start dropping stuff again. So it's time to get active, man. It's crazy. As soon as it stops being cold, bro, I'm just like energized to do stuff, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. I hate when it's cold, dog. I can't stand it.
Hey, hold on. I want to give a shout out to Lester. Oh no, did we talk about that last week in your softball game? You ready for game 2?
Oh yeah, the softball game, dog. I'm ready, man. I'm excited, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, me and Joe playing on the softball team. He's out for a couple weeks. He's getting a minor hand surgery. So good luck to you
it's
there.
Friday.
We knowing that everything's gonna be all right and you're gonna be back.
Yeah,
ASAP.
I'm ready to be in and out.
But man, I never really played baseball like that, dog. But we went out there and I had I felt so good out there and I had such a good time that I've been just like taking my son to the park. We've been playing catch. We've been hitting balls. Dog, I'm turning into Baseball Johnson out here, dog. I'm ready to take over the world. All the dad softball leagues, I'm about to be the most valuable man. You heard me?
Yeah, and no, you balled out. I'm telling you right now, you are the Rookie of the Year MVP for that game. This guy balled out. You certified your position. You a starter after your first game. I won't be there tomorrow, but good luck. I know y'all got to win that first game of the season right there, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Poor guy that's been playing all his life for Lester to come and take his spot.
Yo, don't put this clip up, but yeah, Bench City. We had to make some adjustments. Shit.
Hey man, hopefully he stay butter.